Hi there, welcome to Apple World. They're your companions. The ones that you address consistently, yet you take everything out on me, and I'm attempting all that can be expected to accommodate, sort it out, and consider you all the time. You are an egomaniac. Everything revolves around you. Anything you do, it's about you and about how it seems to the world about you, so you simply need to clear up your realities. Take out my entire side since I give anybody's opinion on me. Your children have even come to me with issues that they have, and how you are is to the point that's supportive. You're similar to adding it into a battle to have a side like it's you and my companions and my children and everybody against me, like you're simply a witch and I disdain you. Okay, my significant other, and I thought this wasn't my better half anymore legitimately since I got you realize I got the legal advisor to at long last complete the separation in light of the fact that each time I finish this the free Hoover show the following day, she drops the last evening. Each time I accomplish something positive, some regrets coming. Kanye West has frequently shown that he hates Kim Kardashian's consistency, which should be the focal point of consideration, and he's likely not off base. Kim and her sister Kourtney have been at each other's throats throughout recent years. How might it be to associate with individuals that welcome me down consistently in the event that I'm not? I'm simply giving my all, so I can't deal with and associate with you when your words have significance, and they come from someplace. You didn't make them up. Well, I'm sorry, assuming I offered something truly behind. No, you're not sorry. Kim, you said it. You can't reclaim the words that you say. Do you believe she's changing her viewpoint? Do you figure she in any capacity doesn't feel the same way that she felt toward the beginning of today, since I 1000% realized that she doesn't feel any unique, yet things got truly warmed between the sisters this week over a call where Kim directed a few frightful sentiments toward Kourtney that made Kourtney separate in tears? Fans are irritated. Kanye accepts Kim is simply moving like that since she is envious of Kourtney. However, is he right? And what precisely did Kim share with Kourtney to move her to tears? We should unload. You can't stand another person being the focal point of consideration. You came to my wedding, you were unable to be contented from the subsequent you arrived until the caught in your left that it's about the show among Kim and Kourtney got warmed after this video of Kim talking on the telephone with Kourtney was dealt either to the web, so Kourtney lets Kim know that she feels like Kim is disturbed for her, particularly at her wedding. And Kim, do you mean obviously I'm glad for you, as though we as a whole didn't see everything she attempted to pull on Kourtney's wedding end of the week. However, that is not even the most terrible part when Kourtney says she no longer needs to be a piece of the entire Kardashian bazaar. Kim responded by expressing that Kourtney's companions disdain her and that they generally come to Kim and the remainder of the family to grumble about Kourtney's way of behaving. And she says they, including Kim and the rest of the family, are on a gathering talk called Not Kourtney. Kim goes even lower to say that even Kourtney's youngsters come to her to gripe about Kourtney. As of now, Kourtney separates in tears and calls Kim an egotist and an effing wit. This isn't Kim's first time being blamed for being an egomaniac who can't stand not being in that frame of mind of consideration. It's likewise not whenever she first has been blamed for purposely attempting to disrupt Kourt, since Kourt is somewhat the most loved Kardashian and she doesn't need to do a lot to acquire the consideration. Kim so frantically needs help out since I've accomplished such a great deal for yourself, and for Scott to call me and say you ought to get her a couple of shoes. I don't need to bother with a couple of shoes. Get her a couple of shoes. Everything that I've accomplished for her I shared with Scott. I'm not accepting a couple of shoes. I got her a profession for one. Kim accepts Kourtney owes her whole profession and accomplishments to her. While that might be valid on the grounds that it was Kim's tape with BJ that really made staying aware of the Kardashians a lot of consideration when it debuted in 2007. Kourtney has certainly done her fair share for the show and the family. Kourt, are you serious? I don't need to be in your computer game. I got it, you won't be in. It was only that one time that Kim requested that Kourtney be a person in her versatile game. However, Kourtney, who is pregnant, declined in light of the fact that she wouldn't get compensated, and she was so occupied with different tasks and her pregnancy. Kim made no joking matter about it, bringing about this frightful battle where Kim blamed Kourtney for being sluggish. Our occupation is being transparent and sharing a ton of ourselves, and it simply seems like for the buyout. And couple of years now, Kourtney hasn't actually been open about her own life on camera. So every one of the days that Kourtney isn't recording, Khloe and I are getting a move on and sharing more, since, in such a case that we're not sharing our lives, then what is the show from bringing forth two of her kids on camera, her theatrics with Scott Disick, and presently her sentiment with Travis, to the way that of all the Kardashians, Kourtney is the one that looks most regular and sensible. Kourtney is her very own power, and to that end, numerous watchers of Staying Aware of the Kardashians love seeing Kourtney on screen. However, Kim never saw it that way. Kim once guaranteed Kourtney and Kendall were untrustworthy and never appeared for anybody. Kourtney promptly called her out on that, energetically tossing a vacant jug at Kim. When you figure Kim would ignore this and continue on, she goes off the deep end and starts tossing hits, slapping Kourtney upside the head 2 times. Music, in spite of Kim's way of behaving being clear to fans, the family generally agrees with Kim's position at whatever point she definitely dislikes Kourtney. Now and again, Khloe even impels issues among Kim and Kourtney, and afterward agrees with Kim's position or behaves as she doesn't have the foggiest idea what's going on. Like that one time that Kourtney was attempting to choose what to wear for her birthday, and Khloe chose to FaceTime Kim. Regardless of Kourtney asking her not to, just to attempt to cause it to seem like Kourtney didn't believe she should call Kim in light of the fact that she doesn't care about Kim. Kendall quit saying that, assuming individuals were saying something, and quit attempting to control their minds. She believes I should call Kendall on the grounds that she couldn't care less about you and me the entire time. Kourtney just liked to call Kendall since she believed she and Kendall's styles were more comparative. Hence, Kim went off on Kourtney, spamming her with mean, frightful instant messages and ridiculing her with Kris. She recently was going so off the deep end that she's sending me the meanest instant messages you would bite the dust. Kim viewed her issue with Kourtney so in a serious way that she was unable to try and save it for one end of the week, and simply be glad that her sister was getting hitched to her first love, Travis Barker. She attempted to make the wedding about herself, thusly numerous frivolous things like when she was offering Kourtney some careful guidance, and she couldn't resist the urge to zero in on her own wedding in Italy when she and Kanye were getting hitched, and when she gave this apathetic discourse during the wedding party that had one fan saying Kim came out so severe after this episode code, like I comprehend her marriage with Kanye and separation, or damnation. However, this is about her sister. Simply suck it up for one day. Kim's problem with Kourtney is again why she directed that multitude of contemptuous sentiments toward her via telephone, like kin battle constantly, yet offering something so mean to your sister that she separates in tears is an entirely separate degree of insane fans were destroying Kim on X, saying Kourtney said, "I don't require you all, probably the family, any longer," and Kim went through the following 60 seconds sowing seeds of uncertainty in the rest of her emotionally supportive network by saying Kourtney's companions and children sell out her to Kim, and what was Kim in any event happening about when she expressed Kourtney's companions are all on a gathering visit called Not Kourtney posted this screen capture on her Instagram story, where her companions say that at the gathering talk Kim is discussing doesn't exist. One of them, in a real sense, said Kim blamed everything on all of us when there was not one genuine companion on the talk, so that implies Kim lied about it to score points against Kourtney. That is really something insane about this. Kanye has never been shocked at Kim's way of behaving, and he accepts Kim is misbehaving like this since she is desirous of Kourtney being separated, from the way that Kanye disapproves of Kim since their separation in any event, going to the extent that hauling Kim's ex-dated sin. Kanye has never loved what he calls Kim's grandiosity. Yes, fans have even called Kim out for being envious of his better half, Bianca Censori, following the delivery of Kim's photos for the CR style book. However, at that point, fans are additionally estimating that the genuine motivation behind why Kourtney is so distraught at Kim is that Travis isn't exactly enamored with her yet, but rather he is enamored with Kim in his diary.